How's it going?
I was talking too much, wasn't I? Anyway, before we start, congratulations.
Congratulations on what?
Your engagement.
Oh, yeah. Thank you so much.
You were very romantic. I was very romantic, weren't you?
Thank you. I appreciate it.
So we look forward to the wedding. So how's things been? Sort of, because your job's going well, isn't it?
Yeah, everything's going good. I got into, I think the last time we previously talked, I don't know if I was in real estate at the time or not, but I got into real estate. So I got out of the Marine Corps in May of 2020. And yeah, I got into real estate. So it's fun. I like it.
I think you just got into it because I remember somebody coming to your office.
Yes. Yeah. Someone from like three or 4 hours away actually drove to like my work and tried to meet me and said that they were going to meet me in person. And it was the broker of the actual real estate agency called me and was like, "Yeah, someone's here that said that they were meeting up with you and wanted to see you in person." And I was like, "Doesn't sound right." So yeah.
Very well. They know now. Very understanding. And
yeah.
Hey, great sort of kudos to your fiance for putting. She must have like a little shield that she deflects people because she must get contacted, Shane.
Yeah, I mean, going into the relationship, I mean, I told her everything about, as far as, the fake profile thing and what I've been through. I mean, it's been going on for 10 years now.
I mean, the fact that you've got, 2,065-year-old wives.
Right, exactly.
That, didn't they? Yeah.
Yeah, so she going into it, she knew pretty much everything already. So she, at the beginning, yeah, there was a lot of women that contacted her and, told her that, she's getting cheated on with me and blah, 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 blah. And I'm already married and this and that. And obviously it's not true.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely wild.
It is. And I mean, I'd like to talk to you and you tell me it's getting better, but it's absolutely not, is it?
No, it hasn't really, it's been the same, honestly.
Yeah.
I report in black, I don't know, 20 a day at least.
Yeah.
And it just, every day they'll just pop up and make newer profiles. So
I mean, online, you'll never leave the Marines because they don't want you to leave the Marines.
Right, exactly.
You're always going to be deployed in Syria.
Right, exactly. Yeah. So once they have my photos, they can literally, photos of me being in the military, they can literally say, or pretty much say wherever they want me to be. They'll just say, "Oh yeah, I'm in Syria, like you said, or I'm in Yemen, or I'm in here and here." These women don't know where my pictures were taken from, so they just they believe what the other person says. And so yeah, I mean, it's very easy for them to take my photos and just make a story out of just the photo itself.
And I think what people should understand is the fact that when you've got the scammer, you are nobody to that scammer. You are a set of pictures.
Oh yeah, exactly.
You're a person. You're not a person. You're just there to use because you make money for them. Because they use you.
Right.
And, they're romantic. I mean, we get. I think that the ages that we're getting victims are younger. So we're getting them from like 30 to 70 or 80.
Oh.
Yeah. Is it the cat?
The dog is trying to get with my cat and mess with the cat.
Doesn't like it.
Hey, can you get your dog, please? Go. Sorry.
That's all right. I moved and I can't take my pets with me, so I love anybody with pets. So as I said, the thing is that gets me is how your life's changed, because there's a few of you now left the military, and your life's changed, but your online life never does, and nobody ever seems to do any research, Shane. And I know I've said this before. When the scam's finished and when they've lost $30,000, they look online and they find you in about 3 minutes.
Right. Yeah.
I
Yeah, I
haven't
mean,
done that research.
that is very frustrating because all they literally have to do is like just Google my name, you know, Google Shane Nichols
Yeah.
or something like that, and you know the whole scam fake profile thing will pop up. You know, I have a news interview with my local news here, so that'll pop up at the top. You know, and it'll literally explain everything. I have that on my Facebook page, my my modeling Facebook page. I have that pinned at the top of my Facebook page, and people still message me on my actual Facebook page saying, "Oh, I was talking to someone that looked like you," or "Do you know that people are using your photos?" And I'm like, it's literally pinned at the top of my. It's a post, you know. Like, just do some research. Actually, look at my page, and you'll get your answer, you know?
And I mean, how many times over the years have you come out and said, I mean, some days you've been nice, some days you've been so frustrated, you've just ranted. But how many times have you come out and said, it's me, it's not me, this is me, it's not me talking to you, don't contact me. How many times?
Oh, yeah, millions of times. Yeah. I would say it's probably, I get new messages every single day, you know, saying, do you know someone's using your photos? It's like, look, trust me, I know, I get it. I know that it's, what's up, Lori? I get that it's frustrating, that, you know, they become a relationship with this individual, you know, they start a relationship and then they start talking and, you know, they fall in love and they're frustrated that, you know, they're frustrated that I'm not doing anything about it, but there's nothing I can do. You know, so I just always just say, just report them and block them. But I mean, even that's not enough. So,
but they say this to us all the time. Well, I think you should do something about, not just you, you know, everybody else as well. Well, surely you can do something about them. Hasn't he been to the FBI? Well, yeah, that would do a great deal of good, wouldn't it? And it's like you can't get through to people. I mean, somebody said to me just this week, well, why doesn't he get his photographs back?
Right.
How do they suggest that you do that? You're probably on 500 laptops in Nigeria. So how?
More than that. Yeah, it's crazy. The thing is that, yeah, I get that all the time too. You know, why don't you get the police involved, or why don't you get FBI involved? Like, I've talked to plenty. I have, you know, I was in the military. I know people that are in the FBI, the marshals, all that, U.S. marshals, all that type of stuff. So I've talked to them about it, and they said, you know, they can't do anything because it's not within the USA. These people that are making these fake profiles are, you know, in Africa or Nigeria or a couple other places where, you know, we can't do anything about it. We're not going to send a team of U.S. officials over there just to raid, you know, these Nigerian kids that are literally just making fake profiles, talking to women, and asking for money.
So, I mean, if they raided the first lot, they're still there, you know.
Exactly.
There must be, well, we reckon about 1 million of them actually scamming. So, you know, you can't do anything about it because you can't raid 10, 20, 30 and have 1 million scamming. You know?
Right.
So, you know, just for the record, you're not in the military anymore.
No, I'm not in the military. Yeah, I get that a lot too. You know, are you still stationed in Yemen? Are you still stationed in Afghanistan? Are you still stationed in North Carolina? Like all this stuff, and it's like, you know, you can't have a beard being in the military for one. So unless you're special forces or something like that, then that's a totally different story. But
oh yes, Jen, but you know the secret missions you've been on.
Right. Yeah.
You've been on so many secret missions, and I mean, come on. You're on a secret mission, so you're on Instagram contacting women and you're just going to tell them about it. Also,
right, exactly, yeah. Or, you know, yeah, or the huge factor is that, you know, military gets paid decent. I wouldn't say they get paid really good, but, you know, if they're on the deployment or even in a combat deployment, they're getting combat pay, they're getting, you know, they're not in need of any sort of money at all. So the fact that people think that military people even need money is just beyond me in the first place, you know. So military is never in need. You can't just be on a deployment and then talk to your commander and say, oh yeah, I'm coming home in 2 weeks, I gotta leave for this mission, then I'll be back. Like, it's not how it works.
Honestly, those commanders are so busy sending out emails to these fiancés saying, you want your fiancé home, do you want him home for 1 month, 3 months, or 6 months?
Yeah, it's just not, it does
not happen. But
no,
also,
exactly.
I mean, something else that I know we're going over all the time, but we need to. What gets me is, how would you believe that you didn't get paid while you were on deployment?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, how are you? Yeah, it's not viable. It's not.
No.
It's just not going to happen.
No, it's not. And so, nobody needs any money, and it's getting that through to people. We still have you all in Afghanistan, and you say to people, do you not watch the news? Don't you know? Right. These things happen. But scammer says, oh, well, yes, but if you were still left there.
Right, yeah.
Then it's believed.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, these scammers have been doing it for so long that they know how to get into women's, or even men. They know how to get into women or men's minds and kind of, I guess, tell them certain things for them to believe them. I mean, I've seen so many messages of screenshots of them, pretty much the woman saying, well, I don't believe you, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, and all they have to say is, but baby, I love you so much. Like, I would never lie to you. And then all of a sudden they're like, oh my God, yeah, you're right. Like, you would never lie to me. But it's just,
you do know that your fiance rules your social media and actually doesn't let you use it. So that's why you make other accounts on other platforms and talk.
Yeah, exactly. Or, I've seen pictures of me and my fiance, and they're like, what will they say? They'll say, oh, that's my sister, or no, that's not so-and-so, that's my sister, or that's my cousin. And then the women will believe them and just be like, oh, okay. And it's just
anything. They do really believe anything.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It is sad. It is very sad. But at the same time, I can't understand how people don't think.
Yeah, I mean, the crazy thing is I've literally, like, I've said it probably on other lives with you before too. And it's just like, I've literally video called these people. There was one woman that had tried to commit suicide, and she found out that, it wasn't her that she sent money to, or it wasn't me that she sent money to, and it was, a fake profile, this and that. So I video called her and I said, I wanted to apologize and said, hey, look, even I didn't have to do that, but that was just me wanting to say I'm sorry, so I talked to her for a little bit, and one of those things, stuff like that just gets me. That's where it starts messing with people's, lives. And,
sometimes they take an extortionate amount. We get them, up $240,000, whatever. But $5,000 could be the same to somebody if you haven't got much money.
Oh yeah, exactly.
I had one this morning. She sent her whole life savings, which was $15,000, and it's like that was everything. So your life savings is all you've saved up since you worked, and you send it to somebody you don't know.
Yep.
I'm not judging, because I know they want to be, they want to be kind and they want to do it for good reasons. But we've got to stop it, because they must be waiting in dollar bills and iPhones in Nigeria.
Yeah, it's definitely crazy. I've gotten messages, and I've actually called, another individual where she literally, like, she took all of her savings out, sent it, and then she actually was losing her house because she couldn't pay the mortgage or anything like that, because she had no more money, because she sent all this money to these people, these fake profiles. I mean, and it's crazy. It really is, and it's. I mean, I've at the beginning when it was first started, I was, messaging people back, give them a call, video timing them, and FaceTiming them. Yeah, exactly. But now it's, it's going on 10 years now, and it's still going on. And I'm just fed up with it. I'm exhausted. I get it every single day. It's like becoming a life thing for me. Like my brother has gotten a call a couple times, and he doesn't even know how the heck. I don't even know how they got his number.
Yeah.
Just random things like that, and it's definitely becoming something where it's becoming an ordinary thing in my life. But on the other side, it's very exhausting. So where I'll snap at people, they don't believe me when I message them back and say it's a fake profile, it's not me, report them and block them. And then they say, well, how do I know this is the real you?
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? Like, you're on my actual, there's no other pages that have 100,000 followers or something like that are a fake profile of me, So it's like,
I'm
well, if
telling
you don't believe me, if you don't believe that this is the real me, then, you know, whatever. So I'll just,
there's nothing you
sometimes
can
I
do.
block women all the time.
You know, the thing is, Shane, that if you're in a relationship with somebody and you haven't got much time with them, so you don't text, you know, you would video chat. Now, this is a video chat with you and me having a two-way conversation.
Right, right.
You know, the scammer will do a video, and we get it so many times. We must get it 100 times a day.
Oh,
but
yeah.
it's him because I saw him move.
Right. Yeah. So what they do is, if you guys don't know, if you guys are in here, I know a lot of people are in here right now, but
Yeah.
what they do is they steal like stories of me. You know, when I post it on Instagram or something like that, they'll just steal stories, and screen record, you know, me talking about fake profiles or whatever, blah blah blah. And what's up, Jonah? And so what they do is they pretty much kind of cut and match certain spots of these videos that I had posted in the past, and they'll say, oh, it's not me that they're talking to, I'm the real one, blah blah blah. And then they take that and like will literally send it to someone as like a call somehow, and then, you know, they think, these women think that they're actually communicating with, you know, my face and me, but it's not, obviously. So a lot of people get, you know, a lot of people get confused at that, and they're like, well, I talked to him on the phone, like, how, or video called him, how can that be? I'm like,
oh, Shane, come on, we've all heard the accents on the phone, we've all heard the voiceovers and the voice.
right, exactly.
I mean, they're about as far away from you as you could ever get.
Right. Yep.
You know,
Yeah,
a Nigerian can't disguise his voice. He can disguise it a little bit and make it, because people say, well, I thought he was Spanish or South American.
Right, exactly.
Well,
but that should be a key, you know, red flag right there. Like, obviously, if I'm in the United States, I'm not gonna have, unless I was born somewhere else, but, you know, I'm not gonna have a different accent, or I'm not gonna have like a, you know, a Nigerian accent or something like that. I mean, I will say I have talked to a couple scammers on, like, literally on the phone, and you know, they'll call me, and so a few of them wanted to work with me. That's the crazy. Oh, they said, we'll give you a little cut. And I'm like, no, hell no. So, you know, I've talked to them on the phone, and a lot of them do sound like they've talked so much to so many American women or other, you know, where they have like an English accent, you know, they sound American. So it's hard to decipher that, but it's crazy.
It is. It's my thing. I like to phone them. And because I like to hear what they're using as a voice. Some of them are hilarious, but some of them are managing to do a passable American accent. But there again, it's down to this video thing. And a passable American accent is still not how you talk. You know what I mean? It's still, you can tell it's just not right.
Right.
And it's, you know, it's just the stories. That's what gets me. It's the stories and the fact that anybody believes. And as you said, if they start to say, well, I don't know about, oh, honey, would I lie to you? Would I, you know, well, I'll be with you, honey.
Right.
And that's it. You know, the sort of arguments forgotten. Oh, he loves me. Isn't that lovely?
Yeah, yeah. That's what's sad about the whole thing, is these women are being targeted. I mean, there's even men that are being targeted, but you know, with the majority of it's women, and you know, they get the what's that?
I've seen you on Grindr.
Yeah, exactly. Like, what? But yeah, so these women are getting targeted. You know, they get the attention, and they have someone fall in love with them, and you know, maybe they were in a past relationship, and now they feel that love again. So they just, you know, they don't know how to do, and they're just going to do whatever this other person is saying. So if they say, oh, well, I'll come visit you in a couple weeks, you know, can you send me $2,000? They're going to do it because, you know, they have that attention. They have that love. They're feeling loved and all that type of stuff. So they're going to just send them whatever they ask for.
It's always a loan, and I'll pay you back, honey, because I'm going to be with you in a couple of weeks.
Right.
Don't worry about it. But, you know, my daughter really is in hospital, and she really needs the money. I mean, nobody in the military would need to get money from a woman they didn't know.
Right, exactly.
Her daughter that was ill.
Yep, 100%.
And you know, if that's something that I, looking back stupidly, thought that we could get that message across.
Yeah, I thought we could too, but apparently, you know, that's just, they look past women or these men look past these facts that are literally right in front of their eyes, where, you know, this should not happen. You know, certain things where, you know, the proof is right there, right in front of their eyes, and they just look past it. And, you know, I mean,
somebody says there you're a lieutenant colonel. I have seen you every rank, every
yeah, exactly. I've gotten every single rank in the book. I mean, the thing is
you've actually been. I had a really good. I was looking for it. I can't find it. I had a really good ID card of yours, and it said Marines officer, U.S. Army.
Yeah, I know. And that's what I'm saying. That's proof, and that's the truth right there. Like, how are you going to have a Marines officer in the U.S. Army?
It was sent to say,
but
well,
someone would, but someone would see that ID card and be like, oh yeah, that's legit. That's him. You know, that's him. But you know, because these women or men don't know that, you know, what is certain militaries, or especially if they're not even in the USA, you know.
And of course, you couldn't picture your ID card and send it out to anybody anyway.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Not something that you're allowed to do.
Right. Yeah. That's government property. I mean, you can't just, you know, you can't just take a picture of, or a passport. You know, I've seen passports, photos and stuff getting sent all around too. And I mean, some of them are very good at Photoshop too. I will give them that. Like, they are very good at Photoshop. They know how to take my picture, put it in somehow, and make it look legit on an actual, like, passport and an ID card. So it's crazy.
My favorites are always the little sign. I'm real.
That's, where I'm just sitting there, like, I had a cup of coffee, and they'll add like a picture, and they'll draw on it and say, oh, I love you, Nancy, or something like that, you know, like, it's like,
I'm
what?
real. Yeah.
But they believe it, and it looks so fake, but they believe it. So
I think it depends on the eyes that you're looking. You're looking through with it, because, you know, they're looking for some proof. Any proof will do. It's
right.
You know.
True. Yeah. Exactly.
And it is getting worse, which is sad. And as I say, I think because, you know, when you first started getting used, you had a lot more older wives than you do now.
Yeah.
They are coming down.
I mean, on Instagram, I'll be able to report them and block them, and within like a couple days, most of the time they're getting taken down as far as the profiles go. But like on TikTok or other social medias,
TikTok's terrible.
Yeah, TikTok. I've reported profiles several times, and they're still up from like 6 months ago of me reporting them. You know, so they
won't take anything on that. But the thing is, Shane, as well. I mean, if you put Shane Nichols in TikTok, you'll have this great long list.
Oh yeah, that's any social media. You type in Shane Nichols on any social media, and there'll be hundreds of fake profiles pop up on any social media.
That should be a little red flag to some people.
But yeah, exactly, 100%. But you know, some of these names are coming up as, you know, Christopher John or something like that. So you know, they're not able to search. They don't really know the last name, so they're not going to be able to. But yeah, it's crazy for sure.
Somebody's just said there about driver's license, but a driver's license is the same as the ID card. They make them, and they make them. Now the thing is with we got a violation warning off Instagram because I used to post lots of fake ID cards to show people that there were fake ID cards.
Right.
We got a violation warning off them telling us not to do it because they might be able to identify people from them. I thought there's no hope.
Right. I mean, yeah. And I've tried working and I've tried to get verified on all platforms, but like impersonation is like if you're getting personated, like that was like their top thing to be verified on, you know, Instagram or TikTok or anything like that. And I've messaged them plenty of times and they're like, oh, well, you know, just have your people report and block them. And it's like, yeah, but like if I have the verification showing that this is the real me, then I think it would help out a lot more. But
this is what we're trying to put in this year to try and get something like a green tick, because it is so easy for you to say who you are. It's so easy for you to prove who you are. There's one dating app and you've got to do like a live selfie. You can't, and you've got to move your head from side to side and things like that, and they give you a little verification tick. Now, just something like that, if there was something like a green tick.
Right.
But in Shane, I work with Instagram and Facebook, and they won't verify us because it's a different department. I work with 2 different departments, but the ones that where you go to get verified just say we need to be in the media a lot more.
Yeah.
Well, it's ridiculous. I mean, to me, they'll verify you if you're going to bring some money into them. Yeah,
it's hard. I feel like you have to know someone in the inside to even have some sort of, way in to get verified or something like that. But I mean, I've talked to several people and they're like, yeah, you got to have a lot of news. You got to have like 6 news media things within 6 months or every 6 months or something like that. You have to be in the news or have articles of media. And I've been reading up. I've done my research on it, but it's just there's nothing I can do.
They said that to us, so I sent them 42. Literally, I sent them 42 mentions online and bits and pieces that we'd done, and they still said get some more media.
Yeah.
So.
I don't know.
If you were Michael Bublé, Shane, that you'd be absolutely fine.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Apparently,
I'm not. Nichols.
I mean, I'm not. It's not like I'm not famous at all whatsoever. So I mean, I get it. But the thing is that bothers me is the impersonation thing. Like in their verification list, it literally says if you're being impersonated. But like I am, so why not just help me out? It's just a check mark. All it is a check mark. It doesn't make me cool. It doesn't make me a celebrity. It doesn't make me some special person that have a check mark. It's literally helping me out, showing that these pages are the real page of me.
And you can say, well, look, it's verified. That is me.
Right. Exactly.
Also, I think they owe you. They owe you to do that for you because they're not stopping them being made.
Right, exactly. I think I totally agree. I totally 100% agree.
And we are fighting for this green tick for military in uniform. So I'm still hoping. I've sort of got away in with somebody who said to me, if we can help you with any projects, and I thought, oh yes. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
I've got a little in. But it's just, it's impossible. It's a fortress in there, and we just can't. But what we've got to do is, romance scam is just evil, basically.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, because you're getting in the feels of these individuals and getting into their, getting in their feelings and into their actual life and stuff, and it's awful.
I mean, sometimes you get older women. And I keep saying, and I've said it all the time since the beginning, that, I get the ones for you as well. And there's no way, that you're going to go through Facebook and say, oh, she's nice, I'm going to contact her. And then say to me, age is just a number. Well,
right.
When you take me out and somebody wonders who your grandma is, it's more than a number. And so, it sort of annoys me that I wouldn't fall for it. So why should anybody else? But when they do fall for it, I've got to feel sorry for them.
Yeah, and that's where I say it all the time too. I go live on TikTok. If you guys don't follow me on TikTok, definitely follow me, Shane.Nichols on TikTok. Yes. I go live all the time on TikTok, and there's so many people that pop in and they'll literally be like, oh, thank you so much for going live. Like, now I know you're actual, this is the real you, blah, blah, blah. So me going live in that aspect helps, I believe, too. I should probably go live more on Instagram, but I don't. But it just comes down to I say it all the time, while I'm on live on TikTok, if it seems like it's too good to be true, it probably is. If you're 40s, 50s, 60s, and you see this 20 or 30-year-old individual, male or female or whatever, they're good looking, whatever the case may be, and they're randomly messaging you and saying, hey, what's going on? How are you? Blah, blah, blah. And then within a week later, they're falling in love with you. I mean, come on.
3 days usually, 3 days and want to marry you.
Exactly.
And, practical. I am practical. And it gets me annoyed.
Right.
But and you try and talk to people and you try to say, well, look, you're 60 and he's not, and and I always think of people and say to people, think of real life.
Yeah. Yeah,
Because,
exactly.
you know, you've got your pictures on your Instagram of you and your family and everything, and you look perfectly normal. I mean, well, that doesn't sound very good, but what I'm going to say next, you'll realize what I mean. So if you were with a woman who was 30 years older than you, that would not look perfectly normal at all, would it?
No, yeah, exactly.
You know,
Someone did think that they were my mom or something, you know?
yeah. And so I want people to live in a real world.
Oh, yeah.
You know, there's Carolyn, she's 59. You're too old, Carolyn. I'm very, very sorry, but you are. But yeah, they seem to want a fairy tale. Somebody's just said that. Well, yeah, that's fine. But a fairy tale's on Disney.
Yeah.
Subscribe to Disney. If you want your fairy tale, you are not going to get it on TikTok.
Right, right. Especially too, I mean, we're gonna keep going in circles, but especially when they start sending you money. I mean, I've had a lot of, or asking for money. I mean, but I've had a lot of people where they were like, "Oh, well, I knew something was off because they started asking for money," and it's like, well, perfect, yeah, exactly, perfect. You didn't send them money. You know, you found out that they were kind of being a little weird because they started asking for money, so. Good on you for not, actually doing it and pretty much reporting them, blocking them. So,
I mean, we had to, not using you, but we had somebody this week, and at $2,000 we warned her.
Yeah.
And we warned her that it was a scammer. She came back, and she's now lost $22,800.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah, they don't believe it. They want to believe that this person is real, that they're in love, that they're gonna meet them one day, and. Unfortunately, that's not the truth. That's not the case. That's not going to ever happen. But these scammers and these fake profiles are so good at. I
think it's the control. I think it's the control. I think it's the good morning, darling, and it's a good night, dream of me.
And it's all manipulation. That's 100% manipulation. They know what they're doing. They know what to say because they've done it with thousands and thousands of girls or men, and. They know what to say. They probably have a list of certain answers to say when someone asks a certain question, or they just,
they say every morning. I get up in the morning and I've always got a long list of, hello, how was your night? And I say, I don't know, I was asleep. How was I know my night was? I want to go on to a more negative side, Shane, of the people who accuse you.
Yeah, so that's a totally different, that is... So, I mean, I don't get as many a day as I used to, I feel like, but, I will message back as many people as I can and just, let them know that, you're talking to a fake profile, but a lot of the times they get mad at me for not taking these accounts down or not, I got so many women say, well, you shouldn't have pictures of your family up then because they're just taking them. It's like, this is my life. Like everybody else has their life posting their pictures of their family or, and whatnot. So why can't I? The difference with me is I have to put a watermark on every single picture that I post because I know that they're going to steal those photos. And now they've gotten to the point where I put the watermark up and all they do, I have a watermark right here or something like that. All they do is like, white it out or like put a big black mark right here. And people don't know what that big black mark is for whatever reason. They're just like, oh, it's a big black mark on this John Nichols photo, so I'm just going to believe.
This is why I said earlier that if they have pictures with your name on, and the woman says, well, contact me through your real account. Oh, well, I can't because it's my girlfriend. She's got the use of that and she won't let me on it. She's awful. She's forcing me to marry her and things like this. And I keep thinking, well, why? How can you believe that? But they do. Also, people accusing you of being the scammer.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, a lot of them. I wouldn't say a lot of them. I would say probably 25% of them. Message me and say, well, why are you doing this to these? Yeah. Why are you doing this to us? Like, why are you trying to steal our money and stuff? And it's like, it's not me. Like If it was me, I wouldn't even be on social media. I would have millions of dollars off on an island somewhere if I'm, scamming all these women and all that type of stuff, like.
You'd be a pretty awful con man if you're using your own face and you've got and you've got all your gym stuff. And, you would be a pretty lousy con man if you sort of sat there with your face, like, send me the money, but I'm here.
Right, exactly, yeah.
Have you been asked for the money back?
Oh yeah, I've 100% I've been asked, well, you owe me money. I sent this person $2,000, so you owe me $2,000. It's like, sorry, it doesn't work like that. For one, I don't have an extra $2,000 to send,
Well, this is it. I'm always impressed how much women can send
right. Yeah.
I haven't got anywhere near that.
You're so, broke and you don't have all this money, but you're able to send $20,000 to someone that you don't even know or never even met.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
makes sense.
So yeah, I mean, it's just to say it over and over again, Shen, that it's not you. They're not talking to you. This is you. This is how you sound. And you're happy and settled and not in the military. And you're happy and settled in your life.
Yep, exactly. Yep, 100%.
You've got a beautiful fiance. You've got a dog and a cat. You've got a lovely daughter. And to use them, and that hurts. It hurts me, so it must hurt you.
Yeah, that is one of the tough parts. I mean, I see a lot of these fake profiles that have pictures of, me and my daughter, or just my daughter, or something like that. And they'll actually post a video saying like, oh, Sophia, I love you so much. Like, I can't wait to see you, because they're on a deployment or whatever. And I'm just like, this is so messed up.
Yes.
But
and they sort of they use her, and then they'll say, oh well, she wants to email you, so they get another member of the gang emails and says, I'm really pleased my dad's found a new mom for me.
Exactly. They go beyond what I could even imagine.
Yeah.
Just to try to get money from, like, I mean, they'll come up with fake letters, like we were talking about, fake IDs, the passports, all that type of stuff, just to show proof that, what they're saying is actually true and stuff. But like we said before, the fact that, these women or men even actually believe it is just crazy in itself.
Yeah. I mean, when I started this a long time ago, so, I thought I'd get to the bottom of it. I really thought I could make a difference. And I really thought I could get to the bottom of it. And it's a bigger mystery now than it ever was.
Yeah. And I thought, I mean, if I'm being honest, I thought eventually, I was like, man, eventually it's just not going to happen. They're going to find someone else to use their photos of, or they're going to move on to someone else that's actually in the military and active and stuff like that. And I'm sure they have, I'm sure they've, it's not just, I mean,
they find so many new ones now.
Oh yeah. I mean, they could probably find a new military person today or within the next hour if they wanted to, and make 50 fake profiles of them and make 50 grand off, 50 different women. So it's just an ongoing thing. And there's, sadly, there's nothing really I can do besides report them and block them as much as I can. And, luckily I have you guys I know you guys do a lot too. And I appreciate you guys 100% helping me out and, finding these fake profiles, reporting and blocking them as well. So, I see it all the time, even on Facebook too, where certain people will, have reported a fake profile or whatever. And, it's under review and all that type of stuff. So, but
it's wrong. It's
wrong.
It's wrong. You just can't do anything about it.
Yeah. That's the sad part is, I can't. No. I do what I can, and that the only thing that, like I said, I can do is report them and block them. And now I've gotten to the point where I don't want to. It might sound bad, but if they're like a Nigerian or African descent, I block them. Sorry, even if you might not be that person, or might not be a scammer or someone making fake profiles of me, but if you have a name of Iwajabagati, whatever, you're blocked. Sorry.
Yeah. Olawale's my favorite. I don't know why. I just like the name Olawale.
Yeah.
But you get them, and I'm sorry that as far as I'm concerned, if you're Nigerian and you found our page, you're there looking for it, so you shouldn't be there, so you're blocked.
Right.
There's no good reason why an honest Nigerian would be looking at Scam Haters United.
Exactly.
Looking for you. So
I've gotten to the point where they've gotten to the point where they've gotten smart, where they make other fake profiles and then follow me with that way too. So it looks like they're a normal person. They look like they're a normal profile, but obviously they're going to be stealing my photos and stuff. So if I see a a really good looking younger dude that has like 3 posts that has the name of, you know, James Christian 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, where they have like 8 numbers after it. Obviously, that's a red flag right there too, saying like, you know, this is a fake profile, because, you know, any normal individual isn't going to have 20 numbers behind their profile, you know.
And
like,
a normal individual isn't going to be called something like Chris Fred.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
I mean, which is Chris Fred is quite a popular name that they use.
Right. Yeah.
Out a bit. So yeah, so we keep going, Shane. All of us.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like I said, report and block, and that's all we can do. You know, I'll try to go.
Joe's just said down there she keeps checking your followers on your account.
Yeah.
She checks your followers just to see if you picks out the ones that you shouldn't have.
Right. Yeah. Thank you guys. Yeah, for sure. But yeah, like I mean, I'll try to go live more on Instagram, because I know a lot of the time Instagram is where a lot of the fake profiles come from, or, you know, I get a lot of messages on Instagram. So I'll make it a point to go on live on Instagram more. But TikTok is pretty much my main platform where I go live and where people can stop in and talk. And, you know, I get it all the time too. They'll come in and say, hey, you know, like I said before, you know, someone's using your pictures, and I have my moderators and stuff will just comment right away and say, yeah, he knows, we just report him and block him. So they get it every single time we go live. They're on it on TikTok. And, you know, more
people know now. I think more people, I know we're getting more people scammed, but I do think we're getting more people know.
Sorry, I had a call. What was that?
More people know that about scammers. As you said about TikTok, they'll come on and tell you. But I think more people know about it now.
Yeah, you would think. But like I said, every day, you know, I'm getting 20 or 30 new messages of, you know, women saying that, you know, they're being scammed, or that they found someone using my photos and stuff. And it's been going on, you know, like I said, 8 or 9, I don't even know how many. It's been a long time. So
that is true. If you're going to go live on Instagram, let her know and she'll monitor. She, honestly, that girl can find Nigerians at 1,000 meters. She really can.
Yeah, I'll definitely have to go live on Instagram more. I just feel like TikTok for me is the, you know, the platform. And I mean, I'm making a honest income on TikTok going live too. So, and TikTok in general. So that's just kind of where I've been. So if you know, if you're not following me on TikTok, follow me there, and you know, you can jump into my lives. We can talk, because I know, like I said before, I have a lot of women that stop into my lives and say, "Oh my God, I'm so glad you're on. You know, I finally found the real you."
Makes a big difference.
So,
Makes a big difference, I think, because they can tell the difference between you and the other ones.
Right.
So thank you very much.
Yeah, definitely.
We do it again, and you know, we just keep plugging away. We've just got to keep.
Yeah, and I do hope, you know, going live with you will help, and I hopefully, you know, women that are being scammed with fake profiles of me, you know, now you know that, you know, this is the real me. Whoever you're talking to is not. They're a fake profile, so.
Yeah, because you know, if we get somebody coming and either they know somebody who's been scammed with your pictures, or they come to ask about it because, you know, am I talking to the real Shane Nichols, whatever, we can play them these, and you always get the same reaction. OMG. They always say, oh my God, I haven't been talking to the real one, have I?
Right.
You know? And so they work.
Oh, yeah.
They work one at a time, you know, they would use them like that. But they do work because they can see that it's you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 100%, exactly.
I try to read the comments coming up as well.
Yeah, I wanted to comment so many times, but I just didn't want to interrupt you.
Yeah, always interrupt me. Everybody does. So anyway, thank you, Shane.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, if you ever want to go live again, just, you know, message me, and we'll figure out a good time, and we'll just go from there. Keep plugging away. It's all we can do.
Well, yeah, I like this time of night because I can have a little drink.
Oh, yeah. I see you.
Gin and tonic. It's good for the soul. What part of England? Hartlepool, if you've ever heard of it. It's in the northeast of England.
Yeah, Lynn, TikTok is not good with reporting and taking fake profiles down. Instagram has been good because, I mean, I probably reported and blocked 30 to 50,000 fake profiles of me. So they, you know, Instagram is very good. They already kind of know.
Then, yeah.
Yeah, they already kind of know, you know, where I'm at with everything, and you know, they see a report come across, they're gonna take it down because they just know. But TikTok is a whole different level. They're very hard to get to take, you know, any sort of profile down. So
I think it's because it's Chinese. I don't think they have the same. I think they just put it out as a channel. They just put it out as a platform, and anything that happens on there just happens.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think they look for a lot of stuff. I just think that they let it happen. I
Yeah,
mean, it's Chinese, but it's blocked in China.
Right.
Which is good. Which is weird. But yeah, so thank you everybody for coming in and all your comments and everything. And we just all keep going. And everybody that's been on here knows about scammers, and that's absolutely fantastic.
Yeah,
That's what we need.
If just going live for, you know, 30 to 45 minutes or whatever can help even one person, then that's fine with me.
Yeah, so. Go on. Could have gone live for a lot less, but I talk too much.
It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah, you see. Right, thanks very much, Shen. We will do this again, and thank you very much. And I'm waiting for the wedding bit just because I'm an incurable romantic.
Awesome. All right. Thank you, Ruth. Much love.
All right.
Appreciate you guys.
Bye.
All right. We'll see you.